today at Safe Teen Driver, and we're going to talk to Bruce Murakami, and he's going to tell us all about Safe Teen Driver and what they do. So, Bruce, let's find him.
Well, Terry, thank you very much for coming down. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're at our Safe Teen Driver track program today, and to give you a little bit about what we do here, it's basically, I like to call it driver education on steroids. We actually put the kids through driver challenges with everything from DUI goggles to distracted driving, texting and driving. And then we put them out in the afternoon on the go-karts, which we teach them acceleration, braking, cornering, everything based around safety. And this gives the kids a hands-on approach to what the real world of driving is all about, but it's doing it in a safer environment. And hopefully they're going to learn some very life-saving tools here. So that's what we do here at our track program.
Now, how much does this cost the kids?
This is free.
Oh, it's free.
The class that we put on today is free. It's all underwritten by the law firm Winters and Yonker. The only condition is the kids have to come with a parent. A parent has to attend this course with the kid because we have stuff that we teach the parents too on how to educate their teen driver.
Yeah, we interviewed a couple of parents. They were very impressed with the program.
Well, thank you. I mean, yeah, that's my biggest reward out of this is, that the parents are getting it, the kids are getting it. I had a mom just tell me, she goes, her son, she's always been talking about the texting and driving, and until he got out here and actually did it and took out a few cones, he goes, this is really hard, Mom. He goes, I need to rethink this. So, that's my reward for this. And that's
wow.
what we want.
Well, how long have you been doing this, Bruce?
We're going on our third year now with the track program. It's something that we started up, and my thing was, I want to educate the kids on safe driving, but I also want to make it fun. And the formula for this seemed to work perfectly, and it has. Every class is overbooked. So.
Wow. Well, now I understand you've got an event coming up to help raise money for your charity.
Yeah, in February we're going to be doing the Power Fest here. This is our annual fundraiser for Safe Teen Driver. We're going to do it in a fun environment. I'm hoping to get over 1,000 people down here to see what we do. We'll actually put them through some of the challenges that we put the kids through, but we're also going to let them go out and have some fun on the racetrack with the go-karts too. So, and hopefully we'll raise a lot of money for this program. No, I just support what we do because, car crashes are the #1 killer of teenagers in the United States. We lose almost 6,000 kids on the roads here in the United States every year. Wow. We're trying to bring that number down.
And why did you get this started?
Well, I started Safe Teen Driver back in 2003, and I've been doing educational programs over the years with the kids. I started this because of my own personal involvement with a teen driver. A teen driver killed my wife and daughter 13 years ago in Tampa, so it's just something I knew as a kid growing up. I did a lot of crazy things. I thought, you know what? Let's do something positive for the kids, and let's educate them and put them through some real-life experiences here, and that's how we ended up with this program.
Wow. So if people wanted to contribute, how would they do that to help you guys out?
Well, we're a 501c3 nonprofit organization. You can go to safeteendriver.org. You can donate directly on there. There's the old-fashioned way. Send in a check. It's all tax deductible.
Bruce, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Good work.
Terry. Appreciate it.
Part of Safe Teen Drivers program is teaching kids about distracted driving. And what we're going to see here is a exercise in distracted driving. Tell me about what you're doing here.
Okay, basically I have distracted driving, and what we're basically trying to get the kids to understand is that this is the #1 killer now amongst our age from 16 to 20. And so what I'm having them doing is I have a little music. I'm trying to do a little distraction from the music, do a little distraction from their peers who's riding with them, and also at the same time texting, to show them how difficult it is to try to text and drive. So that's the basic part of what we're trying to get the kids to realize how very important it is if you do get a text or you do get a call, pull over on the side of the road and answer the phone.
Now, where are they going now? I see them walking away.
Well, they're leaving me from distraction to impaired driving, and from impaired to distraction driving. So we actually have 2 courses going on at the same time.
Oh, cool. Well, then we'll follow them over to the beer goggles.
Okay, sounds great.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right. What's your name again?
Sean Washington.
Sean Washington.
Yes.
Sean Washington here at Safe Teen Driver. It's about what you were doing out there.
Well, what we're trying to do is teach the kids a little responsibility as far as telling them that when they get their hands on that driver's license, they are now 100% responsible for what they do on that road, and that they can't rely on mom, they can't rely on dad anymore, and if they run a stop sign, it's their responsibility. It's their ticket. They're going to have to take care of it. And then the other part that we really try to emphasize is we want to give them an idea of the problems associated with drunk driving or driving under the influence in some way.
So those were the goggles that they had on? Tell me about those.
Yeah, those are DUI goggles that we've had for quite a few years, and you can get them at different levels at 0.08, 0.10, or whatever the case may be. And we try to simulate as close as possible to some impaired seeing as they're driving, and we use those in the golf carts.
Okay, so that when the kids are driving around and you give them some instruction, they're supposed to go between the cones, and what else do you tell them about it?
Well, as they're going through the cones, we try to tell them just to do the best that they can do. And we will have the experienced drivers put the goggles on from the get-go. We'll have the inexperienced drivers drive what we call sober through half of it, and then put the goggles on and come back through the second half. If they hit a cone, if they miss an opening or whatever the case may be, we'll stop at that point and we'll say, okay, what were you thinking? And then they will say, I thought I could make it past that cone. Say, okay, then you see that that's a mistake in judgment, right? Because we try to tell them that alcohol is going to affect judgment and reasoning first before it affects, anything physical. And I think that they get the idea. They get the picture then.
Well, thank you. What's your name again?
My name is Mike Shirley.
Mike, how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this with Bruce since he started Safe Teen Driver here 2 years ago, and I was a driver education teacher at East Bay High School for about 30 some odd years, and Bruce came to our classes and spoke to us when he first started doing his program, and we've pretty much been working together in some way, shape, or form ever since.
Well, good on you. Thank you. Thank you for the interview. Now let's go on and see what else we can find going on here. One of our famous ambush interviews. Saw these two ladies sitting here, and tell me why you're here.
We are with Insurance Services of Central Florida, and I'm also a mother of a 16-year-old driver. So kind of a double thing, but we're supporting texting and driving, or not supporting texting and driving, Wait to Text program, just to kind of spread the word, trying to get it out, because it really is killing, more people, more drivers, and certainly the young drivers are very socially conscious, and just trying to get them to put their phones away when they're driving. And then, that's about it.
And you know the figures of how far you travel when you are texting, right?
I don't.
You
I
don't?
I'm sorry.
Well, you could go a football field.
You can. I just know. Like I have a client that lost her husband right before her first anniversary to a 17-year-old texter. He was on a motorcycle, and so I saw what that did to her and her family, and certainly with my daughter, putting her out on the road was probably the scariest thing I ever did. And this has really impacted her coming out. Every time that Bruce does this, we're here trying to to support him and get the message out, because I think it's incredibly important.
Well, thank you very much.
All right.
Now, if you've seen these things, you wonder, what the heck are they? Well, let me show you how they really work. Here, give me your thumb. Now, when you put that on your thumb, you can't text. That's what that's for. That's a pretty cool invention.
Wait to text. It says wait to text on it, so it's kind of a reminder not to text.
And so you can get these where?
Here.
At Safe Teen Driver, right?
Yes.
And your
Safety
website.
Driver. Oh gosh.
If they come by. That's
Auto
okay.
wait to text.
There's a lot of kids here, but there's a lot of parents here too, and you're one of them, right?
Yes, sir.
And what interested you in having your child come to this?
I think the education is the biggest thing. She needs to learn this early. She hasn't even gotten her permit yet, so she's got 3 or 4 months yet before she turns 15. So trying to get her out early and really get her educated on this kind of stuff.
Now, what has she done so far here?
Actually, she missed the first one, but she's hopefully going to get on the distorted glasses one, and then we're going to go pick up the other one after lunch and see how she does. She's a little nervous though she hasn't driven a golf cart before, so she's a little nervous.
Well, that's a good experience for kids.
Oh, I think it's wonderful. I mean, we didn't know about this until one of her friends took it and recommended it to her, and she was actually the one that came home and said, hey, can we do this? I said, sure. Doesn't bother me. We'll get up and go.
Cool. What's your name again?
My name is Mark.
Mark, Mark, and what town are you from?
Mayaca City.
Mayaca City, Mark. Mark, thank you very much, and let's go see some more.
When it's time for your group to go, everyone's going to grab a helmet and a neck collar, okay? For now, I'm just going to show you how to do it. We've got extra large on the top, large on the second rows, mediums, smalls. I'm a large, for example. So what you do is you always put the helmet on first, okay? So you hold both straps out like that, pull it over your head, holding both straps out, okay? You come through both of these loops, split them, and then come back through the closest one and tighten up. Once your helmet's on, done up, you can take a neck collar. Make sure this bulky side is face down. Back like that. Yeah? Go. Anyone else need a hand with neck collar? Oh, man? Man? Can I get you to put your hair down the back of your shirt, please? Don't want to get it stuck in there. If you've got long hair, we've got to make sure it's tucked away safely. Thank you.
Yeah, one of the more fun things they do is ride go-karts here at Andersen Raceway Park.